Yellow flower watercolor painting tutorial, and this time we will be painting yellow hibiscus bud with beautiful ruffled petal edges. An outline drawing is done, which is available for download. With an elastic eraser, I'm removing the excess amount of graphite from the paper. This is yellow subject and we need to really carefully remove as much as possible. Don't rub too hard. Erasing can slightly ruin the paper, but if it is done properly and accurately, everything will be just fine. Yellow pigment is very tricky. It really is transparent and all graphite marks can be seen through. Now mixing watercolors, adding water to my color palette, starting with lemon yellow for the first mix, adding sap green on the corner. For the second mix, Indian yellow, a little bit more, and Sennelier Red, also in the corner to have both them and slightly mixed together. Third mix is Sap Green, lemon yellow, and Perylene Green on the side. Separately, I'm adding Sennelier Red as a clear pigment and lemon yellow, also clear pigment. Now we can start painting. Be sure that your water is clean after mixing watercolors. Starting from one petal, one section, with round synthetic brush, applying water to the painting area, just enough so that watercolors can be moved with the brush. They are not floating around by themselves, but with the brush you can easily move watercolor layer. And starting with lemon yellow for the first layer, carefully moving watercolors towards the outer edge of the petal, not disturbing at this point any other area, carefully around green section. And now I'm adding a mix of lemon yellow with sap green to those areas that I can see in the reference are slightly darker, slightly more to the green side, and taking mix of Indian yellow with Sennelier Red and adding this while the surface is still wet to the right side of this petal, which is in the shadow. Watercolor layers are very transparent. Also adding this Sennelier Red and Indian yellow mix to some areas that I see in reference are more to the red side. With the round synthetic brush, smoothing the applied layer while the surface is still wet, watercolors incorporate very effectively and very smoothly, all the washes blending together nicely, gradually. We are setting now important thing, tonal values in the places. Adding some color tones that we see in reference and some few notions or where the shadow area is, where the lightest part is. The lightest part we are not touching. There will be just lemon yellow and that will be enough. And constantly checking reference, comparing what I see there, applying that to this petal. After first layer is done and the surface is completely dry, 100% dry, with careful movement of eraser, I'm removing some leftover graphite marks. It's very important to remove them completely. Yellow is showing through all the graphite marks there can be. Speeding up the painting process, this tutorial is available on my Patreon channel. You can see link down below. The whole painting process is 1 hour long and showing you from the very beginning till the finishing touches with all the explanation you will need for painting this beautiful yellow hibiscus bud. Adding small amount of Indian yellow to my color palette and adding finishing touches to my hibiscus flower bud. This Indian yellow gives more vibrancy to the shadow area on one petal and on the other, especially in the shadow area of those petals. And finishing this, painting this tutorial. I really enjoyed painting this hibiscus flower. It is tricky to paint yellow subjects, but if you do it slowly, accurately, and transparently, you can really achieve the results you are aiming for. Hope you learned something new from this tutorial and enjoyed the painting process. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and following my tutorials. Thank you very much for your support and see you in my next tutorials. Thank you. Bye bye.